مرحبا بكم متابعينا الأعزاء، مرحبا بكم في حلقة جديدة من برنامجكم جليسة مع عائشة. اليوم في العادة متواجدين معكم في مراكش، وتحديدا في مهرجان مراكش السينمائي الدولي. ومعنا اليوم إحدى الأفلام المشاركة في المهرجان المسابقة الكبرى، جاين أوستن breaked my life. جاين أوستن دمرت حياتي. وكتواجد معنا الآن مخرجة الفيلم لورا بياني. Good morning Laura.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Today we're gonna talk about your film and your participate in the Marrakesh Film Festival. Is that first time for you in Marrakesh?
It's the second time actually. I came when I was 20, so a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very happy to be back with the film. With the beauty of the city, the kindness and the warmth of the audience and the whole team is being like wonderful. Really, it's such an honor to be back.
I need to know, how do you feel about your film?
Well, it was a great honor and great pleasure to learn that we were in competition with so many great films that I cannot wait actually to see, because we're here the whole week. So I hope I will have the time to see, maybe not all the films, but at least the film in competition. Every single film here is important, is saying something about the society. So we are kind of a challenger because we are the only comedy, the rom-com. You know? So I think it's great. It's a contrast. It's wonderful to, for the audience to be able to see a drama or a very social film and then a rom-com about literature. I hope that it's possible in the whole world to embrace all these genres, and because they are very different experience for the audience, for sure.
I saw the film yesterday and it's a light. In your movie there's a lot of message you want to send for the audience.
The most important one?
Yeah.
I think I would love for the audience to go out from the cinema and feel like optimistic, a bit more optimistic about life in general. Yeah. I think it's a film about grief, it's a film about a woman who is stuck in her life, who feels like she will never achieve anything, who is scared of everything, love, writing, taking risks, and it's a film about a self-realization, really.
Yeah.
So I hope it will inspire also people to actually confront with, their fear and take risks and read more.
There's something touch in me. She's losing her father, and when she lost in her right, when a hand of her father came to her, she got the inspired and she wrote that and go the right way. And this so touched from me. I was crying yesterday.
Good.
You expect this feedback of the audience when the film was shown?
It's every screening is different. We are traveling the world now with the film and we never know how people will react. It's such a very fragile thing, comedy. You never know if people will, like it or not. So every time I don't breathe, and then when I hear the laughing and when I see the people happy at the end of the film, it's a miracle, it's a gift. So far, yesterday we did the first screening. We'll see today how it works, but yesterday we got so many really wonderful comments about the film feeling good. People came to see us to say that it was like a hug. And I'm very moved by that. That's exactly what I wanted to do, actually, and that we all wanted to do. So let's touch wood that it will, continue like
تبارك الله عليك. In your career, do you think Morocco or Marrakesh, it's a place to inspire for more movies, more ideas?
I definitely feel like Marrakesh is a very cinematic city. But I am also very happy to be back in Morocco because, my mother is from Algeria.
Okay.
I haven't had the chance to go back to Algeria since 7 years, and every time I go back to North Africa, I feel home. I feel that there is, a perfume, something in the food that feels like home. So it's always very emotional for me just to walk around.
Lora, thank you so much for your time. It's an honor to see you.
Thank you very much.
وما زالين مكملين معاكم في فيلم جاين أوستن دمرت حياتي، ومعنا البطل اللي كان موجود في الفيلم والممثل الأول شارلي انسون. It's the first time in Marrakesh.
Well, I would like to ask you about Marrakesh because I still unfortunately haven't had the opportunity to visit. I've been here for less than 48 hours and it's all been taken up with screenings, wonderful screenings of films we've seen and opportunities to speak to the press like with you and just enjoy our time in this wonderful hotel. So I'm looking forward to being able to step outside.
What the most food you like?
Get into the sorry?
What the most food you like?
Food?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I like anything that's sort of close to the Mediterranean, and that includes North African food, and I'm very much looking forward to to having some more, tagines particularly. I've already had two since getting here, so that part of the city I have already very much enjoyed.
You can know some words in Arabic?
Yes, I أحكي شوية عربي.
أحكي شوية عربي? Oh my God.
شكرا.
شكرا. بالصحة.
That's about as far as it goes. I used to be able to speak a bit more because I taught English when I was a student.
Yeah.
And some of that time I spent in the Arab-speaking world. So I did know a bit more about a few years ago.
تبارك الله عليك. Return to the film, and you are now in a film international of Marrakesh Festival. How that make you feel?
Well, it's just it's incredible for me to be selected that our film was selected among 12 other among 12 films that are in competition here at the festival. So it's such a tremendous honor, it's an honor that we never would have imagined a year ago when we were making the film. We made an independent French film, one of hundreds that are made every year in France alone, let alone all of Europe, let alone the entire world. And for relatively low budget independent films to be made, like I say, it's not particularly rare. A lot of them get made, but then we got attention at various festivals. So first of all Toronto, now Marrakesh Film Festival, and hopefully this is going to carry on throughout the world. There will be other festivals that take an interest, and the film has gathered some momentum that we never really expected and didn't really dare hope for. So this is really very exciting for us.
How can you prepare for your personals?
Well, I think the only real preparation that you can have for a role like that is just living life. It's the life that I've led, because the character is one that when you discover him, he's experienced love and loss. He's in the pain of having lost an important relationship for him and having been hurt, and I think that's something that happens to everyone at some point in their life. And it certainly happened to me, and to be able to draw on those difficult experiences, but to be able to turn it, into, for me, the joy of being able to perform and portray these difficult emotions with comedy, with comedic effect, to make them funny in a way, to make difficult things funny, is such a tremendous opportunity. It's very therapeutic, and it's a lot of fun. So. But I think in terms of preparation, apart from learning lines and one thing that we did do actually in terms of preparation is quite a lot of rehearsal with Lora, the director, and with Camille, who plays the lead character in the film. We in the months leading up to filming, because when we were filming we didn't have much time to film because of the constraints of time and budget. we made sure that we spent a lot of time rehearsing the scenes beforehand, and that was incredibly valuable.
How was the work with Lora
Well,
and the crew?
Yeah.
Lora and the
Yeah.
crew for the film.
Well, with Laura, it was once, she auditioned me first. It happened in what I would describe as a very French way, coming from the English way of working, which is, it's quite structured in that, typically you have an audition and then a recall audition maybe, and then you get offered a job. And this has happened with Laura. It's happened to me before like this, where the first meeting, the first audition, isn't an audition at all. It's really just we're having a drink and a coffee, sitting out on a terrace in Paris, and just seeing how we get on. And so we did that in a first instance, and then an audition together with Camille to see how that kind of chemistry worked together on screen.
Yeah.
But once the selection had happened, and once Laura had offered me the job. It was very easy after that, because you have the confidence of knowing that you've chosen each other. Well, she's chosen me.
Yeah.
and then there was a great deal of trust, and just allowing me to come up with ideas to offer on screen, and then she would make suggestions on those ideas. But I had the freedom to propose things in the moment of filming. And that was, it was very freeing. Yeah.
For the feedback of the audience yesterday, the screening, how do you see the feedback of the audience?
Well, it's always quite nerve-wracking when you're in a room. It was a theatre, a 1,500 seat movie theatre yesterday. Full of people who don't owe me anything or Laura anything, have no particular relationship to us, and certainly don't have any need or obligation to tell us that it's good or give any feedback that's positive or anything. But we heard the laughter. We were told by people that they cried, and in a good way, hopefully.
Yeah, in a good way.
And no, we had a lot of wonderful feedback afterwards of people saying, like Laura said, that that it felt like a warm hug. The film it's and that when you're in the environment of independent film, a lot of which is quite rightly serious, politically motivated film with a very serious impact. To have something that's a bit lighter, I think is a welcome addition, I hope, to the collection of films that are on offer. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Charlie.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you,
Very nice to
and
meet
thank you for your time.
Thank you.
كل ما يهمكم على أمواج كاب راديو.